Good evening to one and all. Once again, this evening I am at the Glebe St. George and I am looking to do a video of St. George Parish Church, which is the second oldest church in Barbados. St. George Parish Church, which is located at the Glebe in St. George. Right now I'm looking towards the Valley Branch Library. You can see the Valley Branch Library, which is a part of the National Library Service, which is at the Glebe St. George. This area can be referred to as the Valley or Glebe, the Glebe. So down below here we're leading you back to Charles Road Bridge. So this area is known as Church Bottom, which is between Charles Road Bridge and St. George Church, referred to as Church Bottom because it is just below the church. Charles Road Bridge is known as the capital of St. George because it is where most of the amenities in this parish are located. So this is the Glebe St. George. Heading towards the church now. Or the Glebe St. George. So now cross the road. Bus shelter here and the library or the Glebe in St. George. This is a list of the community heroes who contributed to the parish of St. George, who were born and bred in St. George. Mr. James Cisnet, the super centenarian who lived 113 years from 1900 to 2013. He was in the agricultural belt. He used to attend St. Luke's Anglican Church in St. George. Charles Miller, I'm not sure who he is, but I know he's from St. George and he's an artisan. Mr. Ronald Suki King, who was the draftsman, he is also from St. George. Cottage, St. George. Lincoln Crawford, I'm not sure what he did, but I know he was involved in the agricultural belt as well. Winston Thorne was also an artisan, and Floyd Reefer, he was a cricketer, also from St. George, and he was running for the Democratic Labour Party, a politician. He wanted to be a politician, and he was running for St. George now. Back down to the Glebe. By the way, this is St. George North. This is the northern side of St. George. This is the Survival Bar and Grocery here. Up the street here will be leading you back to the Glebe Polyclinic and St. George Welfare Office and back to the lane at Gun Hill. And this is the Glebe pasture where the youth in the community play and have their sporting activities. Looking at the hill towards the Glebe, I will lead you back to the Glebe Polyclinic and St. George Welfare Office, and we'll also lead you back to the lane at Gun Hill as well. So this is a rural area, and I'm heading towards St. George Parish Church, George Park, where the youth, where the elderly in the community also have their sporting activities. And this over here is the church hall, which was once the St. George Boys School. Coming back at George Park here. And back up to the Glebe Polyclinic. So St. George Parish Church is the second oldest church in Barbados. It was built in 1641 and rebuilt in 1784. St. George Parish Church, Anglican Episcopal, dedicated in 1641 and rebuilt in 1784. The list of services here as well. St. George Parish Church presents This Is My Story, This Is My Song, this Trinity Sunday at 5 p.m. at the St. George Parish Church. Looking back up the hill. Up the hill will be the St. George Rectory, where the priest lives. The priest who serves St. George Parish Church live at the rectory, which is just situated uphill from the church. The hill above the church is known as the Rectory Hill. You can see the rectory here, St. George Rectory, up in the hilltop here, up on the hill where the priest lives, the creamish beige building on top. To the right, to the left, the creamish building to the left on top of the hill here is St. George Rectory, where the priest who serves St. George Church lives. So St. George is this. St. George, the parish of St. George was carved out of St. Michael between 1640 and 1641. So St. Michael is the mother parish and St. George was carved out of it. This is all the churchyard here. St. George is also my father's birth parish, the parish in which my father was born and raised. And for those of you who don't know who my father is, Satchmore that sings or that used to sing years ago with the Sand Pebbles group is my father. St. George Parish Church is another National Trust site, a building of historic and architectural interest. So St. George is my father's birth parish, the parish in which my father was born and raised. And St. George Parish Church is where St. George Parish Church lies the remains of my grandmother, my father's mother, and my uncle, my paternal uncle. They are all laid to rest here at the St. George Parish Church. So Satchmore that sings, he used to write songs as well for Wendy Allen, Carolyn Leacock and Shara Hackett. Well, he is my father and he is from St. George. This church has an electronic bell now that rings every 15 minutes, every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes. It should soon be ringing for 6 o'clock. The bells in this tower were given in memory of Evelyn May Mackenzie by her loving husband and children. The bells were installed in 1958. The bells became obsolete in 2003. These bells were donated by George DeVere and Barbara Davis to the glory of God and in loving memory of Cameron Lyle and Mabel Louise Kitty Davis of Walker's Plantation in St. George in 2003. So this church only got a tower in 1958 when Reverend Leonard Malalou was the priest here. He acquired the tower because the parishioners craved a tower, so they placed a tower here. On the back of the Glebe St. George behind the church. The church office here. So the bells are going to soon ring. So here lies the grave of my grandmother, my father's mother, Violet Moore, and my uncle, Winston Moore, which is my father's brother. I don't know all my father's family. I only know the immediate family, such as his brothers. Most of his brothers-in-law, Cassie, Winston that died, which is buried in here. I know Myrtle, which is the only sister, and I know Rudolph. Those are all my father's siblings. And they are buried here in St. George Churchyard. It is now 2 minutes to 6. 3 minutes to 6. So I suppose the bells will be soon getting ready to alarm for 6 o'clock. So St. George is in the center of the island along with the parish of St. Thomas. So there is no sea nor coastline in these parishes. These are the two landlocked parishes in Barbados, best referred to as the heart of Barbados or the central uplands of Barbados. They have no sea nor coastline in these parishes. The former organist of St. George Parish Church, Norma Holder, who was the principal of the Barbados Community College, she was a profound musician in Barbados. She's not Barbadian by birth, she's Jamaican by birth, but she was born in Barbados. She's Jamaican by birth, but she used to live in Barbados. She and her husband, Jean Holder, who was at Liat, are also laid to rest in this cemetery. Norma Holder was one of the best organists. Norma Holder and Neville King were the two well-known organists at St. George. Or St. George Churchyard. And I must say the priest, Reverend John Rogers, is doing a very good job as preacher here. His sermons are touching. You can hear the bell now. His sermons are very touching. It's 6 o'clock now. The Reefer family. This is family to Floyd Reefer. That's good. All St. George Parish Church. This church is beautiful inside and out, and it has the lovely resurrection painting at the altar, behind the altar, by the Barbados. It can be referred to as a Barbados or Barbados, whatever you want to call it. St. George Parish Church, and it has a new organ as well, an electronic computerized organ, since the other one has been taken out. The former priest Canon Lionel Burke, who was the priest here from 1973 to 1994, was also an organ builder as well. Canon Grayson Godin succeeded him as the priest from 1995 to 2015. So this is St. George Parish Church once more. Thank you guys for watching now. And do have a blessed evening. And by the way, this is a rural parish. St. George is a rural parish, so I'm in the countryside at the moment. St. George is the third largest parish in Barbados, and it is the parish known for land. St. George is the breadbasket parish in Barbados. The parish where you can get real ground provisions, solar plantations in the parish, such as the Valley Plantation, which is just down here, across here, behind here. You can go down the road and then turn off the Valley Plantation, and have Brighton Plantation, which is to the south side of St. George, closest to St. Luke's Church, which is to the other side of St. George, and they have Sweet Vale Plantation. So St. George is the parish known for land and for fertile soil. And as I said before, it was carved out of the parish of St. Michael between 1640 and 1641. So St. Michael is the mother parish and St. George was carved out of it. Thanks for watching now, and have a blessed evening.